Hello and welcome to Weekly Wisdom. My name is Mark Van Buren, and today I'd like to talk about using tragedies and traumatic events as a way to get in touch with loving kindness and compassion. And I bring this up this week because a few days ago I was getting ready for work, and I happened to go onto Facebook, and I happened to see a video of the Syrian people who were dealing with the chemical attack. And many of these people, unfortunately, were very young children, and they were gasping for breath, and it was horrible. And I kind of made myself get through the video because I think sometimes it's really important to see what's going on in the world, as painful and as brutal as it might be, for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, when you see something like that, it really puts your life and your problems into perspective. You know, we didn't wake up this morning and get attacked by chemicals and have our children suffering and struggling to breathe and possibly dying. So it really helps you just relate to the difficulties that we might share here a little bit differently. And I'm not saying that we don't have real issues here, because there are definitely painful and horrible things that can happen to us in our lives. But most of us are dealing with problems at work, relationship issues, things like that. So when we really see something like that, it just helps you gain perspective on your life and on the things you're struggling with. But more importantly than that is that these experiences have the ability to just melt away the ego, and it connects you with this heart of sadness. Now, a lot of us don't want to feel grief. We don't want to feel sad. I know many people, when there's the commercials for the lung cancer or the commercials for the abused pets, they immediately want to change the channel. They don't want to see that. They don't want to feel the grief or the sadness of that. It's too raw. It's too painful for them. But the truth of the matter is that this broken heart, this heart of deep sadness, is actually a great gift, because it can really get you in touch with a deeper loving kindness and a deeper form of compassion. And after I watched that video that day, of course, yes, my problem of having to go to work and, you know, do all these things that I didn't really want to do, that wasn't an issue anymore. But more than that, I just had this heart of sadness with me throughout the whole day. And it really changed how I related to everybody I met. Even the really unhappy, miserable people that usually give me problems, I was able to meet them with an open, loving heart. But because I was feeling that sadness. You know, had I not, seen that video, had I not connected with that deep sadness of the pain of being human and the things that we do to each other as human beings, I wouldn't have been able to bring this kindness with me. So we have to allow these difficulties and traumatic events to open our hearts, to connect with that sadness, that vulnerability, that raw, uncertain, uneasy feeling. Because that truly is where the treasure is. That's where the stuff for, great spiritual people are born, by connecting deeply with this. So, I'm not saying go look online and find all these horrible massacre videos or anything like that. You don't need to go out of your way to look for horrible things. You could watch the news for a day and just see what's going on, and just really feel the pain of that. All these people that are murdered or that something happens to, they were somebody's family, somebody's child, somebody's mother. Imagine if that was you. Like, connect with that. As painful as it is, connect with that, and then take that heart of sadness with you so that you don't add any of this hatred and anger in the world. I mean, we really need people now that aren't going to add hatred, anger, greed to this world. We need to start spreading the loving kindness and compassion and just being kind. I mean, I see people every day that I say good morning to, right to their face, and they don't even say it back. I mean, this is the state we're in. So we need to not add to it. So as frustrating as it is sometimes, and as much as you want to just yell at somebody or flip someone off or do something harmful, or, you know, try your best not to, because we don't need any more. You know, sometimes I feel like saying to these people, like, there's so much screwed up stuff going on, so much hatred and violence, and you can't even say good morning, you know? So to just do simple acts of kindness, it's really going to make a difference. And you can do that by staying in touch with that heart of sadness, because by feeling that, the normal walls of ego are knocked down, and you can really connect with another human being. Once those walls are gone, you're raw, you're vulnerable, and you can have that real deep connection. So if at any point this week you see something that makes you want to turn away, see if you can watch it. See if you can connect with that deep heart of sadness, and see if you can use that deep sadness, that rawness, that vulnerability to be kind and loving to everybody throughout that day. So thank you all for watching today. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.